Greetings everyone, this is SteamTeamRedubUK, CC Trainor-Ling, and I'm back to bring you another episode review from Season 7 of The Loud House. So let's get right into it. Today's episode is Candy Crushed. In this episode, Rita challenges Lola to go 1 week without sugary foods in exchange for a new dress, but her ability to control herself is put to the ultimate test when her class takes a field trip to a candy factory. The first things I thought of when I read the synopsis was the sugar rush Lola had in the episode No Spoilers and the Listen Out Loud podcast episode starring Rita. If those instances just so happen to be the unintended inspiration for this episode, then I'm totally fine with that. This was arguably not only one of the best episodes of Season 7, which I guess isn't saying too much because it's only the 5th installment as of this review's release date, but also one of Lola's best and most entertaining episodes of the series. What I really appreciated was how it wasn't a typical Lola episode. It didn't focus on her being fabulous, competing in pageants, or doing something underhanded like sabotage or lying to a friend or family member just to get what she wants. This time we get an episode about Lola being confronted with having an obsession with eating and hoarding anything that has sugar, and I think many of us, including myself, can relate to that kind of experience in one way or another. So Lola tries to give up sugar for a week and starts eating things like celery sticks as a healthy substitute. Even though she kept getting tempted every which way she went, whether it was from TV commercials or someone out in public, she demonstrated enough willpower to neither give in to her cravings nor cheat by eating sugar whenever her mom wasn't looking. However, everything changes when her class goes to a candy factory. That entire sequence at the factory was one of my 2 favorite highlights. The guy running the place gave off some serious Willy Wonka vibes when he said everything was edible, including the gummy bear factory workers. It was something, that's for sure. But seriously though, gummy bear factory workers? How is that even possible? I don't know, I'm not going to question it, but I want one. Anyway, this leads into a song number when the kids are given a tour of the factory. The song number was pretty enjoyable with its upbeat rhythm and candy-related lyrics, and it had some really fun visuals, once again giving off some serious Willy Wonka vibes. By the end of the tour, Lola is about to leave without getting her hands on a single piece of sugar, but when she's offered just 1 truffle as a parting gift, this leads into my second favorite highlight of the episode. She openly admits to her mom that she ate some sugar at the factory, and your heart really breaks for her when she says that. She really felt like she let her mom down by not being able to control herself and thought she'd be so upset with her for caving at the last minute. However, in a shocking twist, Rita didn't get mad and she still agreed to buy that new dress for Lola despite her confession. She was proud of her daughter for going through an entire week and a huge candy factory and only having 1 sugary treat. That's the kind of upstanding moment I greatly respect in any mother. What makes this scene even more rewarding is the fact Lola was straight with her mom about what she had done instead of lying like you'd normally expect her to do. You know, lie and then tell the truth later towards the end after being overcome with guilt. I mean, Rita wasn't at the factory, so Lola could have cheated by eating a lot of candy and her mom would have been none the wiser. But no, Lola was very mature in admitting right off the bat that she broke her promise, and just like I said about Rita, it's upstanding moments like these I greatly respect. The only thing in the episode I didn't really like was the running gag of Lola saying, "You're either with me or against me," every time someone was inadvertently tempting her with sugary sweets. It made sense the first time with Lynn because Lynn probably heard about the bet between her sister and her mom, and Lola thought her family would be there for emotional support, i.e. not sitting in plain sight and eating what she knows she can't have. Lola repeats the "with me or against me" quote again with Mr. Grouse and the ice cream man. Those other instances didn't really work the same way because how exactly were those guys supposed to know Lola couldn't have sugar? I know the same could be said about Lynn, but either way, it wasn't too strong of a running gag. It was a tad funny here and there, but it also broke the rule of 3, and that's something I don't like on any show. Yeah, it may seem like a minor thing that's not really worth critiquing, but that's just how I feel about it. Overall, this episode was both really fun and relatable. It tackled the usual story of healthy eating and learning to only have sugar every now and again in a simple yet entertaining fashion. They could have taken a much darker approach by illustrating all the negative side effects that come with eating too much sugar, but I'm glad they didn't. This was also a great Lola episode for the fact it was something different from what we're used to seeing whenever her character is in the spotlight. She demonstrated how even though she can display an insane amount of willpower to not give in to her deepest desires no matter how much she's tempted, we're reminded that she's still a character with faults and weaknesses. However, her technical failure to keep her promise with her mom doesn't undo all the progress she made throughout the story. That and her confession at the end makes her a strong and believable character, and I appreciate that. Rita was also a great character by wanting to help her daughter curb her sweet tooth, and she was still willing to keep her end of the wager even though Lola didn't keep hers. She rewarded Lola not because she did something wrong, but because she was so proud of the tremendous progress made by her daughter. That's the sign of a good mother if there ever was one. So between these two and the visually appealing Candy Factory sequence, this is yet another contender for a top 5 spot on my list for Season 7 at the time of this recording. With that said, I give Candy Crushed a 9.8 out of 10. Well folks, that concludes my review of Candy Crushed. So I gotta ask, what did you guys think of this episode? Sound off in the comments below, and be sure to click that subscribe button for more Loud House related content. That's going to do it for me. I'll catch you guys for the next video, but until then, this is SteamTeamRedubUK, CC Trainor-Ling, signing off. Peace out, home slices.